Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, I'm live right now, so... I cuss a lot. Especially if I get scared. There are all the Leviathans in this game, there are only 2 that are friendly. One of them is actually sometimes above my base. It's called the Reefback Leviathan. I actually scanned it at one point. No, when you scan it, you can read about it. See, if you see, there's a tab that literally just reads Leviathans. Reefback Leviathan. Oh yeah, I'm streaming right now. That's dumb. Well, I am live. You're good. I'm actually gonna add something new to my base. I had added it last night, but I guess it didn't save. I'm gonna add the scanner room to my base. It allows me to scan the area around me for materials or wrecks. Because the wrecks can have supplies or more, like power cell chargers, battery charger, which I already have, or just have them like nutrient blocks in them, which give like 75 hunger, which so they're really, really good, but very hard to find. And you can't make them either. Yeah. Like, and you can only find, from what I've seen, you can only find them in wrecks. Right where I live, there's actually a wreck right next to me, and sometimes it'll like, everything inside of it respawns. But that hasn't happened in a while. So this titanium. And put the eye compartment. Oh, well apparently apparently it didn't save when I finished scanning all the parts for the, I kinda have to go find the parts again. I mean, I know where it is, but roughly. But also when I went there, I got a notification from my little like AI that kinda tells me everything. That literally there was multiple Leviathan class creatures in that area. And then it said, are you sure whatever's in here is worth it? I mean, I went in there for a little bit, then got really, really dark, and I got really, really fucking scared, so I backed the fuck out. Cause There are the I know all the names of all the Leviathans in this, from least dangerous to most dangerous. Like from like, actually, here's a better one. From like the lowest depth you can find it at. Like, so I'm at 96 meters right now, and I'm seeing like reefback Leviathans, the friendly one, to the ones that are very, very below deep in the sea. You got Reefback Leviathan, Reaper Leviathan. I want to say Ghost Leviathan, but they're mainly outside. There's one in the Lost River, which is only a juvenile. And then there are ones in the deep, in the dead, the place everyone calls the Dead Zone. Because nothing grows there. And even the little robot that I talked about, literally an ecological dead zone. Nothing grows there. Other people call it the Void, but it's mainly called the Dead Zone, and it's all around the entire world, and it's basically the Ghost Leviathans there are meant to chase you back into the playable world. So, I know. Then from Ghost Leviathans, you also have the second Leviathan, which is in the active lava zone, which guards the one of the precursor bases. But then I'm not gonna get there for a long time. It's really deep down, and it's really hard to get there because you gotta go past a lot of Reapers, Ghost Leviathans, and then on top of that you have to go past the Sea Dragon. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of Reapers down there, but the Sea Moth, which is this little vehicle that I'm in, Reapers go after them like kids in a candy store. They will tear a Sea Moth in half. They have like these pincers that they will grab the shit they'll grab your ship with, and then they'll start crushing it. You can use your Sea Moth as like bait, kind of, to like just hop out your Sea Moth, and then while it's attacking your Sea Moth, go. But I don't really want to do that because my Sea Moth has a depth module, and those are pretty hard to make. So every single time it's been destroyed, I have just exited the game. So yeah, so it doesn't save, so I just respawn at a later point. And I just went to the place that I'd originally found the scanner room part at, and it's not there, so fuck my life. And I especially know when that little wreck next to me has respawned, because the doors will be resealed. So I'll have to use my laser cutter again to get back in there. That's how I know when everything's in there is respawned. One of my bioreactors I know is running low on power because I'm at a 1161 power right now. Lower than my max. And I know one of my bioreactors is currently inactive, meaning there's nothing in there powering it. So I'm just gonna dump a bunch of these marble melon seeds into there so it becomes active again. Pretty much. They're bioreactors. So anything that's organic will power my base. So I just put all my extra seeds that I don't need, that I can't plant, into the bioreactors to help keep my base powered. Because all the spotlights on my base kind of use up a lot of power. Just just enough to keep everywhere around me lit up, but like I have 1, 2, 3. 4. I have 3 that are like fully built, but I have 1 on top of my base that's not done yet. I need 2 titanium for that, so I'm gonna go get that. I have a bunch of titanium, so
welcome aboard.
There's a lot of metal salvage around the safe shallows, which is where you spawn. And that metal salvage can be broken down to form titanium, so it's not that hard to get, but you also need the metal salvage to get stalker teeth to make enameled glass, which I need right now. So I'm really mad that the game didn't save, because yesterday I literally had built the scanner room before I hopped off and went back to onto Warzone with one of my friends, and literally I thought it, and I guess it didn't, so very big rip. And this game isn't hard as much as it's fucking terrifying. I'm not wrong about that, but if you have like aquaphobia or something like that, you're fucked. Because this entire planet is underwater. Except for like the 1 or 2 like land masses that are here, but that's it. Like you see one of them in the video that I have called RIP Sunbeam. Yeah. May the sunbeam rest. Oh, hi Stalker. Plus, if I scan anything that I already have, eagle-eyed fragments or a laser cutter fragment, I'll like just get like 2. It gives me 2 titanium for scanning. So, yeah, because I already have all the fragments to make it. So it'll still give me some titanium. And titanium is a basic component for literally everything. And I constantly call the little AI that talks to my ear Siri. So whenever she talks to me, it's like, fuck off, Siri. And thank God I don't have an iPhone in real life, because otherwise, then she would be trying to talk to me. I'm an Android user, not a fucking iPhone. Yeah, that's. I think it's just one has a longer battery life than the other. Finally, some metal. Probably jerking off. Knowing him, I wouldn't doubt that for a second.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Fuck off, Siri.
It is your primary directive
No.
to swim closer
Oh,
to
hell
the
no.
view to full bridge.
Hell no. One of the things in this game that I absolutely am terrified of, it's not even a Leviathan class monster, but it's called a Mesmer. And it uses hypnosis, English, to like draw you in, and like uses a voice that will that's very soothing to its prey. So for me, it's literally like it's the AI, and it's like it is your primary directive to swim closer to that beautiful creature. And I scanned it, and literally at the end of it says, hold up, let me go to find it. The end of it literally says, for its outer shell, the mesmer can open the jaw-like recess in its protective outer shell in order to share its beauty. Do not resist. Assessment, draw closer. This thing is, I see them and I'm just like, no. Okay, I know, and I'm not wanted. Me when I see a mesmer. No, I don't think I want one. Some people say you can tame the stalkers, but that was in a really early build of the game. I've tried it and then have gotten bitten in the ass. Plus, this game is still buggy as all hell. Like, I'm looking at a locker right now, and I'm trying to go into the locker, and I'm just like, my arm is still like freaking the fuck out.
Seek fluid intake.
I'm gonna die of fucking lack of water right now. I guess this is why I grabbed the bladderfish.
Seek fluid intake.
Siri, fuck off! And of course, with the mesmer, it's being in the carnivore section of the life forms, indigenous life forms. When you get close to it, it bites you and does a quarter of your health. And so they could basically hit four-shot me. That's exactly what